Hi there, I am Devin with Oello Lighting. Today we're going to be running through all our different types of channel offerings and how they can be best used on each type of house and structure to better help you, one, increase your install speed, and two, help your customer achieve exactly what they want to see. First one I'm going to start out with is our C-Slim channel. So this is probably one of our newest ones. You'll see it there. The overall width of it here is going to be just under 1 5/16 inches. It was originally designed to fit right on the bottom of a 2x4, which we know is right at about 1.5 inches, enabling you to shine it downward. And so that type of architecture with open trusses essentially, is really common in Arizona, a little bit Pacific Northwest. Colorado, not so much. So you'll see here, I fabricated a little, rig up to simulate that situation of a 2x4, or in this case a 2x8, on edge, shining downward. So we're gonna mount this there so that you can do that. Now some of these structures are gonna have a really shallow soffit, so you may not be able to get the drill in from the back side to put that screw in. So it can also go this way, of course. And then I have one other little application that it's perfect for that I'll save to the end. All right, so here we got the edge of our 2x, and we got all our lights already pre-snapped in. And it's gonna go up right here, and it's gonna sit right on the edge there. So what this really does, with those houses that have an open truss system, they have just that big 2-nailer 2x right on the edge. Sometimes this is angled. It can be angled either way. Either way looks really great. But this way, it'll leave you with a little bit of gap here. So still all the water runs off. It's not gonna screw with anything on the house. All the screws can come in here right from the backside, and you're ready to roll. All right, so now we see it here mounted on this 2x4, great. That nailer right up at the roofline lighting, that's our bread and butter. But a question you guys may have gotten a few times, I know I've gotten it a lot, is how you can wrap garage doors. Now most garage doors are also going to be wrapped by this 1x2. So a really fun application. I'll go show you that next. All right, so one of my favorite things to think of to do with this C-Slim channel is all about maximizing more footage out of those customers. Where else can we put lights? So garage doors, they're usually going to be outlined by this 2x that all the garage hardware mounts do. Well, on the outside, that is perfect for the C-Slim. So we can go ahead and throw it in just like this. It'll fit on that just the same as it was up top on that nailer board. It can face outward, get that individual light. It can also be flipped around, mounted this way as well. Screws are gonna go there. It'll shine in, make the whole garage door glow, fill up their driveway a little bit, really, really make their house stand out on the block and, make this house a home. All right, now we'll move on to the CL and the CLT. CLT stands for CL Tall. So most of you have probably already used our CL channel. It was kind of our flagship aluminum channel, perfectly designed for facing downward in the soffit, up on the fascia. Made it as slim as we could, but a lot of houses have a much deeper fascia board that extends down and kind of blocks that light. What we're trying to accomplish with both of these, we got to listen to the customer. Do they want to see just a glow from the light? Do they want to see an individual light that's actual shining and glow? So both of these channels will allow you to do that. We're going to start with our CL, show you how that is kind of intended to mount. It's really versatile. All of our things stress creativity. You can get really creative with them, hang them however you and the customer want. So let's go look at the CL and CLT. All right, so with the CL, it can be mounted really any way you want. If you wanted to mount it on the fascia, shining outward like so, it's definitely qualified to do that. Do this, got to fight the wires a little bit to get them against the wall, but then you throw your screws up, you got a perfect outward facing system. But really, well, how we designed it is downward facing for the soffit. To give you that wall wash glow, you put it right there. Now, this is where you got to get a little, every house is different, and it can be slid back, could be totally against the house, it's going to shine on the house a lot. Pull it more out, it's going to give you more of a glow. Now, you got to find that sweet spot. Does the customer want to see the light source itself, or does it want to see the glow of the light? So with this one, a lot of times houses, this fascia board here may stick down too far. This one right here is sticking down about 2 inches. So if we take our regular CL bin, put it right up in the soffit, hug it tight to this board. Standing at the street side, you may not see that light source. You're maybe just gonna see the glow. In order to see the light source, we gotta get down a little bit further. So that's why we came up with the CLT to accomplish just that. So we'll take our CLT, you're gonna see it's gonna be a lot thicker, almost a full inch thicker, to really make it easier to sit right there. And now you're gonna see that light from a lot further back and closer up. If it's still too shallow, what you gotta do is just slide it back a little bit. The further back you slide it, the more that light is gonna become visible from the street side so that you can see the light source and the glow. All right, last but not least, I couldn't go on without talking about Old Faithful, our acrylic channel. Don't forget about acrylic channel. It is still extremely versatile, can mount outward facing or downward facing. When it's mounted outward, I truly believe it gives the absolute best look of outward facing lights possible. The biggest benefit of outward facing lights is it's gonna accomplish that traditional Christmas light look, where you see the actual light source. Shining outward, it's just the light. Do you get some glow on the ground? Yeah, but the main objective is seeing that actual light source doing red and green, blue and white, candy cane, whatever you want. But don't forget the acrylic, since it is seamless, lights don't poke out, it is really versatile to also shine downward. We can put it also in the soffit, and because it's such more of a polished, seamless design, those lights don't poke out, it can be used in some high traffic areas where there's gonna be a lot of eyes on it. That's gonna have a lot of attention. It'll look like a much more built-in fixture because those lights don't poke out, that it'll blend in and look just like a 1x2 piece of trim. All right, now we're moving on to the C-bend channel. So the big brother of the CL Slim that I just talked about. Now I'm gonna show you live and in action how the C-bend channel was designed and installed on a real life install right behind me. We'll see this exact channel and how a couple different options of how we mounted it to this place. All right, here we got our C-bend channel. It is specifically designed for speed on commercial buildings. Mounting to the top of parapet walls, it enables us to throw it right on the top here. All the screws and everything is gonna come in from the top. You're not gonna be leaning over the edge with the drill over the side of the building, anything like that. On this building, it's a steel top cap on this parapet wall. We use self-tapping stainless steel screws with a neoprene washer. These are all designed and angled back, so all the water is gonna be designed to run away anyways. So any water on here, that washer is gonna keep it out, keep this watertight and safe for the building. By using self-piercing, you're gonna fly really fast. You can also use the same channel on a concrete or brick and mortar stone top caps as well. Just have to use the correct fastener and away you go.